everyone. It is me. I'm back. I wasn't here yesterday, but I'm here for Tier 1. It was exciting qualifiers last week. If you tuned in, it went down literally to the last lobby with the last team, FGE or FRT, is who's going to make it. Literally went down to the wire. FG unfortunately couldn't get over the line, and it meant FRT survived it, and FRT are here today with Cam and Belrofix. So round 1 is Britain. We had Tier 2 yesterday. I believe someone with full traction won. Let's not go into much details with that. I am joined with his AEC debut, so give him a warm welcome, please, everyone. Just a hello. Mr. SLR Corey. Hello, Corey, son.
Hello, Tom. I'm looking forward to this night. Of course, the first race of the AEC Tier 1 season, and if anything's to go off last season, then we're in for a spectacular season. Of course, around the iconic Silverstone that we all know and love, and we're in for a cracker this evening.
Certainly are. As you can see, everyone, the sunshine is out at Silverstone. You don't normally see that around Britain, but yes, it is out. So we've got a dry quali, which is what you want to see. ART is winning Tier 1. Do you know what, Grumpy? From last season to this season, you've got a better chance, mate. Who's this fraud on CoCom? Sam, I asked him, to be fair, right? Sam, right, if this makes you feel better, Sam, I'll tell you. So, we were meant to have Freddie in. I think it's ARL Freddie. However, he's got a sore throat. So this is, Corey, mate, honestly, you were first choice, promise you. You're first choice. Oh, so we're meant to have Freddie. Yeah. And then, Lennon was at work. Killian is at work. Joseph was doing another league. And then I was like, right, I'm a bit stuck here. And then I went, right, I'm still in this SLR chat. I was like, I know Corey. Let's give him a message. I was like, you can message someone else if you want to get him in. He was like, no, I can do it. So here he is. That's how it works then, mate. Kenzie, you
definitely first in line.
Did you see that, Corey, that Kenzie is no longer retired? I genuinely think I've seen bigger breaks from Ronnie O'Sullivan than Kenzie's retirement.
Well, that lasted long.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got drivers out on track. You will know a bit more about these drivers than me. Ham.
Yeah, again, I've raced with quite a few of these drivers in Tier 1 last season, and of course, two of my drivers out there, SLR Ham and SLR Jam. That's going to get confusing a little bit this evening between.
Whose favourites to do better out of the two, would you say?
Oh, now either way, I'm going to get slandered for this one from both of them.
Sorry, Corey, mate. I'm just going to have to stop you a second because my qualifying is finished. I don't know if that's just me. Yes, you might need to invite me back.
You left the session.
Yeah, thank you.
Should be able to get back in. But I think I'd say Jam. He's just came fresh out of WR Legacy Division last night, so fingers crossed he can bring some good form into AEC this evening with his good brother Ham, who's he's going to be the first car to start a lap of this Silverstone circuit.
Let's go on board with him. Grumpy, that's not me. It's F1 game. The stream is running perfectly. If it was my internet, the stream would not be able to run. It's running all sorts of programs. It's the game. Anyway, we have got drivers out on lap, and it is Mr. Ham. What time should we be looking for here? I've seen people doing like high 26s. Is that what we could be seeing here?
I think I think it's as far into the 26s as possible, if I remember rightly.
So we could be seeing 26.8. I think I did see someone with 26.8 in practice. So Mr. Ham, see if you can get anywhere near that. There's a couple of drivers medium for BRT Luca. I assume that's just to maybe save a set of the old soft tyres for the race. You can now go softer on the tyre pit, can't you? So you'd have an extra set there. We've got yellow flags in sector 3, and that's just a Ferrari getting a bit of room. But here goes Ham then, on his way to Copse Corner, which is going to lead him on to Magnus and Beckett. This is a place where you can extend the track, but he's not extended it at all. He's kept it in lovely. Has he backed out? His ERS is back on.
Yeah, he's got the ERS on. On my screen's got 100% as well, so maybe he has just
two outlap.
left it another outlap, 2 out there, like you said, maybe 2 outlaps. Weird one from Ham, unless he's forgot to turn his ERS on.
Let's hope he hasn't done that. So, who's going to be the first driver to set us an actual time? Then it could be a Haas of Mr.
He's
Not
invalidated,
Stefan.
Stefan.
No, he's invalidated, so it's going to be Jam. It is going to be Jam. So, Ham is going to cross the line, then it's going to be Jam, who should be obliterating that time because he didn't have any help there with the ERS, and Jam to the line. It's a 27.3. So there's the bank everyone needs to beat, and Justin, looks like that, beats it with a 26.9. So we're already into the 26s, and we've got a lot of time left to go. Once again, yellow's in sector 2 this time, and that is for, if we go and check it, is not TJ Boss, it's teammate Dribble Drubble. That is who it is. So Corey, who are we going to watch next? Is we going to watch a couple of your drivers maybe, you know? Why not? Let's have a look.
Luke is just about to finish his lap on the mediums, of course, getting the medium set out of the way, 27.3. That's not a bad lap on medium, to be fair, for Lucas. TJ Boss, he now goes up to the front row, 27.0, so a decent lap from the Aston Martin. Of course, his teammates having a tough time out there at the moment. And who's that just crossed the line? Who was it? It was Michael in the Ferrari. Yeah, he's just gone P5. But I think we're waiting for maybe some more of the quick guys. The 2 ETE drivers yet to set times. W Turner, former SLR driver, he's going through hops at the moment in the Mercedes. I haven't seen his first set to split. We'll have a quick look at it now. It's a 27.3 as he goes through the famous maggots, Beckett towards Chapel. And Mercedes looks pretty locked in at the moment. And his middle set to split as he engages DRS now. It's a 1.3.0. It's Saints purple. Again, the game does like sell a few porcupines sometimes, but we will see. It's Ham's just gone up to 4th now. It's a 27.1 for the SLR driver. Through Stone out, and the Vale chicane for W Turner left to finish his lap. And for the first lap of the session for W Turner. And through the final corner now, the ETE driver does a 26.8 and goes on provisional pole by a 10.5 to AMS Justin.
One minute, that's a good lap there from Mr. Turner. A lot of drivers now coming across the line. Otto goes into P7 with a 27.2. I think Midzi is on a lap here. No, it's invalidated, so he is no longer on a hot lap. Mr. Botons could be on one, and he is on one. So we're going to watch the rest of Mr. Botons' lap. Yellow, he's run out of fuel. No, we're not going to watch him because he's run out of fuel. So Mr. Botons is going to peel in, get to Shell Garage Sunday. He needs to get some fuel, and you can't run out of fuel around there, you silly goose. Right, back on to Ham. Let's go. Is Ham on a lap? I think he is, Mr. Curry, or is he? I think he's run out of fuel as well.
He's out of fuel. Everyone's running out of fuel. I think Lewis in the AlphaTauri is the next driver to that lap. He's just starting his lap.
So, drivers starting now. The second runs. The second runs. Mr. Partick Fittle is in. Ben is in. Loveland Hill as well. Welcome in, Loveland. Get your team in tier 1 next season, you know, a bit more practice for the lads. Spice it up a bit. Mr. Midzi is going to be starting as 30% now, ERS. He won't be able to get round, surely, Corey.
Oh. He definitely, I think he's just tried to get a delta on the board. Lewis on his lap, he's just lost it out of the loop. Very easy place to lose it on traction. And the AlphaTauri driver is having a very tough start for the session.
So both your drivers are coming into the pits. Jam followed by Mr. Ham. They are both now in as well. TIR Ryan, once again. Another driver who did retire but is back. And as I said before, Ronnie O'Sullivan has had bigger breaks than those two. Probably put together, to be honest. But yes, Mr. Ryan M has raced in Tier 2 before. I think he's had a Tier 2 pole. There's a bit of traffic ahead of him. He needs to be careful, really careful. I don't know if that was meant to help him or not, but that might have hindered him, what Luca did there. And he's invalidated anyway. I say it most times, you know when like people try and get to, I genuinely think I've seen better toes on OnlyFans than what I've just seen there.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest attempt of a toe, or at least what it looked anyway, down the Wellington Straight, but that's really hampered Ryan's lap, and that's his lap over. I think next car's on the lap is Cam at the moment, who's going through Stowe. Is it an okay lap so far, is the Williams?
So Mr. Cam for FRT, his teammate currently sat in P3, so it'd be very good of him if they can get at the top of the leaderboard. They did qualify in 10th position out of 10, so Cam to line goes P11. But yeah, Mr. Bell, his team is doing very well. So right now, ECE, not which actually Well, I say that, turning on pole, but Minzy. it's P19, oh, so busy then. So drivers still to set times. There's loads of them, Corey.
Yeah, a lot of them struggling on their first runs, either invalidating or having a spin, or maybe just staying in the pits because they've gone for the standard strategy with only 3 sets of softs, or maybe they want to save the softs for the race. But yeah, only just over half the drivers have added laps so far. So with 9 minutes to go, it's kind of crucial to at least get a lap in. Of course, track position is pretty key around here because we're more than likely going to see a few DRS trains in the race.
Yeah, Mr. Lewis Skinner, I forgot to mention him, one of the old AM boys. I think he is the only... yeah, he is. He's the only No, Michael Dale as well. He didn't race for us. Didn't race, but he was there. He was there. So, who is going to get pole position? We're now over halfway, 8 minutes to go. Drivers on laps, there's a couple of them still on laps. I think Luca is on one. He's a 10th up on his time that he sets with a 27.3. So Luca definitely driving to keep an eye on here. He brushes it there on his way to Cop's corner. There's Mr. Drobble on an outlap just ahead of him. Warming his tyres up. Needs to be careful that he doesn't hamper any drivers behind him. And it looks like the driver might have gone off at Magnus and Beckett's, and they have. And who was that? I think... Hang on, I genuinely don't know. It was Justin. We got there in the end. Mr. Justin goes off at Magnus and Beckett.
Luca invalidated the exit of Stowe. He's on a great lap. He's nearly 2/10 up on his time. That would have maybe got him onto the front row, but he's now backed off into the pits and to go get a fresh set of boots.
BRT Luca though, Corey, 4/10 up on his time here, which is going to be putting him right, maybe, on the front row of the grid. BRT Luca definitely looking to justify BRT here. 2 seconds they've had. Last 2 seasons, second. Surely they're going to be going for pole. And it's 1,000th of a second separating Turner and Luca.
That just shows how close this tournament is. It was last season, and we're going to get it again this season. 1/1000th of a second between first and second at the moment of ETE's W Turner and BRT's Luca. And if it's like that come the end of the session, I'm sure we're going to be in for a fascinating race.
Certainly are. Otto, 2/10 up in his time after sector 1, as Ballas, 26.6, I'm pretty sure is from Hungary, and he is going to be hungry for a win with his teammate sat in P3. So BRT bringing out the big guns here, as Otto, I'm still on board with him, as he's going to be entering sector 3 after Maggins and Beckett, currently 2 or 3/10 up on his time, could be putting his right up there. So Mr. Otto now comes out Magnus and Beckett's on his way through travel. DRS wide open here, and he's 2.5/10 up on his time. So could be putting us up, maybe Corey, in the top 5 as it stands.
Yeah, only a few more corners to go for Otto now. The final set as he goes through Stowe now. Keep it within track limits. He's very close to the exit. But towards the Vale chicane we go now. 3 more corners to go rather. Left-hander, the right-hander. That Ferrari is looking nailed on to maybe go top of the times provision. He crosses the line now. He goes P5 in the end. 3/10 gain, and it's a 26.9 for the Ferrari driver.
Oh my God, Drobble goes pole, but I wasn't even looking at Drobble because I was looking at Bell as matched Turner's time. But Drobble, 26.5, is clear at the top for ART. I'm sorry. ART. Jesus. I didn't expect that one, but Mr. Drobble, I'm sure Grumpy's going to type, and he has typed. Here comes Drobble. Here comes Drobble. Indeed. Still, driver's not set times. Term invalidated. He will not be set at time. Skinner is on a lap on his way to Cops now. You've got Lighty to the line, and Lighty... Did Lighty set a time? No, he didn't. That's confusing. He didn't. Midzi, though, needs to set a time, though. Corey can. He set a valid time this time.
He can't do it at the moment. He's 2/10 down on Drobble's time through sector 2, but with only 1 more corner to go now. Can Midzi get ET on the front row? No, he can't. He's lost it out of the penultimate corner, and a chance of maybe pole position. But the ETE driver has gone. He's only going to maybe get 1 more run in, and it's going to be a one-shot qualifying for B Midzi for the ETE driver.
Now, Corey, how well is your AEC knowledge? Because you will know what Midzi couldn't do there, and he did it. And that is, you can't part there, sir. You really can't. Drivers now still not set times. Term ran out of ERS. He's run out of fuel as well. So Term is going to have to limp around half a circuit and go in the pits and get out. Will he have enough time? I don't know if Term will have enough time. It will be very close if he can get round. And and he's currently sat in P18. There's yellow flags all over the place. I think that's just drivers without fuel, to be honest with you. Is Boton, no, it's Mr. Not Stefan, also ran out of fuel. Crikey. Tom, give us term cam. There you go, he's run out of fuel. Term cam.
A lot of drivers have been running out of fuel this session. Clearly, getting all the fuel they can out, get the cars quickly and as light as possible. As Mitzi has lost it again out of is that Cops? I think it is. Yeah, out of Cops. And his qualifying session is going from bad to worse at the moment. Currently 17th with Term, Lighty and TR Ryan. The only 3 drivers not to set a time at the moment. But Drobble, for AERT, provisional pole at the moment by over a tenth and a half.
Look how close it is then. From P12 to P2, to P3, even like 2 or 3 tenths. It is so close in that midfield. Drobble is clear at the moment. Absolutely clear of the field. And drivers, Mitzi, Term, definitely need to set times. Lighty and Ryan also. 3 minutes to go. They should have enough time to get around. There's no one on a hot lap. Justin is on an out lap, and so is Luca. Who is going to get pole? It's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be fast and furious till a line. But right now, BRT, ART looking strong at the top.
Third at the moment between Turner and Bell. They've done the exact same time as the ECC and the FRT driver of 1 minute 26.810. You can't get any closer than that with Turner coming out on top. But with one more run to go, as you said, who is going to be the driver to get the pole position for the first round of the season? Get it in the chat. At the moment, it is the ART driver of Drobble with a 126.5. Can anybody top that, Tom?
I mean, I don't even know. Like, I think Drobble's got a few world records in his bag, from what Grumpy says. 26.5 genuinely might be hard to beat. How much the track is, evolution and all that, and maybe a toe might help you gain that extra tenth that maybe Balaz and Turner need. But I might call it here and say I don't think a 26.5 will get beaten. It'll take a hell of a lap for it to get beaten, but we will find out. Justin is the furthest round on a hot lap right now, so we will continue through him. One of my favourite corners is Aintree. It's coming up to it now. You know, Grand National coming up. You know, your jockeys and your horses around the national fence. But yeah, that corner is called Aintree. Not many people know it, because it used to be Aintree's where they had the F1 years and years ago. So there you go. There's some knowledge for you. There's a request of fact for Joseph. So Justin currently set in P9, 26.9. Needs to keep it valid if he wants to improve his time in here. Doesn't need to really gain that much, does he, to get in the top 3?
He needs to gain maybe a tenth or 2, really, if that. As you can see on the roster on the left-hand side, not much time needed for Justin. He's going through Maggots, Beckett's, and heading towards Chapel now. What's his middle sector going to be? He's had a huge snap of oversteer. And that is just his chance at maybe gaining a few positions over now, because those tyres will be absolutely shot if he's going to go for a second lap.
Yeah, that could be it for him. That generally could be hit for him. So Luca starts his lap now, currently sat P5. Bell also starts his lap. Bell and Luca are very close to each other. They're directly behind each other, really. So also Turner is going to be starting his hot lap next as well. So Bell, Luca, Drobble also going to be starting it. So it's literally, Corey, going to be fast and furious till a line here. There's so many drivers on laps, it's going to be impossible to keep up with them. We're going to try and find you that pole lap. Cam is there, lads. I've seen him. He is there, but we'll watch him last because nowhere near the line yet. So Drobble, where is he going to find himself? Turner also on. It's crazy. Bell, a 10th down. Luca was down this time as well. So Luca, Bell, P4, P5, maybe TJ Boss, who is over 1.5 tenths up. No, he's not. The game's lied to me. He's gone into P6 there with a 26.8. Who is going to get it? This is a car park. Look at the car park, Corey. It's literally a car park of trains. Oh, my goodness me.
Drobble's up in the first sector. He's about 300s up in the first sector. If anyone can stop Drobble, it's himself at the moment from getting pole position. Are you beating his time? Maybe he can get to a 0.4. We will see. But through Cops he goes now, and it looks fairly solid for the Aston Martin driver at the moment. The ART man might be able to extend his lead out in front in pole position.
I was just watching there. Michael Dale did get blocked there as Drobble comes out now. The session is now over. He's up in his time by half a tenth as well. So Turner up in his time. Turner's gone off as Luca goes pole with a 26.5. So Drobble now into sector 3. Is he going to do it? Is he going to put Grumpy in a good mood? He's not going to be grumpy anymore. Drobble then half a tenth up in his time. Might be putting himself into a 26.4. Maybe taking pole in Tier 1, round 1 at Britain. Drobble to the line. Is he? It is. 26.4. Can anyone beat that? Maybe Ballas can. Turner has retired. TJ Boss Otto will not improve his time. TJ Boss is just up in his time. So Ballas, I genuinely think it's just between Ballas and Drobble who's going to get pole here. Maybe someone finds something no at the end.
Indeed, Ballas up on his time at the moment, over by 1/1000th of a second of the first sector. Justin's had a huge crash at the exit of Copse, I saw as well. But middle sector split for Ballas now. He goes a bit deep into Chapel. Is he up? He is up by a tenth at the moment. Ballas could challenge Drobble for pole position. If he can get this final sector right, it could be BRT 1 and 3, or it could be BRT 2 and 3. The other AERT driver, TJ Boss, he's finished his lap. His turn goes up into P3 now with a 26.5, but Ballas now through the final couple of corners. Can the BRT driver take it off the ART driver? He crosses the line. No, he goes third, and it's so close between the top 4. Incredibly close. What a qualifying session.
Mr. Midzi got himself, he did have that one-shot qualifying, he went into P9, so ETR 6 and 9, got BRT 2 and 3. AERT though, a bit of a surprise package. I did tip them for Tier 2, I didn't tip them for Tier 1, but right now, they've already ahead. If you stop the count now, they have got that point for pole. It doesn't really mean anything, but they have got that point. If we're still doing that, ask JT. I believe we are, I didn't get told differently. But yeah, cool, blimey. Drobble, 26.4. Fair play.
Great lap.
Absolutely.
Great lap. We said no one was going to beat his 0.5. Luca did beat
it
in the end, but it wasn't enough.
He was the only one who did.
Enough for Luca.
Cobb, I remember racing term around here, and I think he always did soft hard. Or was it France? I think it was like the meta back in the day that you did soft hard at France and you'd always win. Crikey. Well, by qualifying for us, but both should be faster in the race. Says Clever for GSR. Oh, blimey. That's good qualifying, that. That is good qualifying. I didn't have Drobble down for pole. I'd have had probably one of the ET lads, to be honest, going off previous races and all that. But this should lead to a good race. Yeah. There's your classifications. Drobble is on pole. BRT are in 2 and 3. Great positioning for them too. Ballas is from Hungary. Good memory, Tom. Turn in P4. TJ Boss in 5th. You've got Turner in 6th. Bell in 7th. Then you've got Ham in 8th. Bemidzi in 9th. His only run of the session that was valid. Otto P10. Then Jam in 11. Justin 12. Lighty in 13. Mr. Lewis Skinner in 14. Luca 15. Cam in 16. Dale in 17. Then you've got Not Stefan, QRT, Button, and Ryan, who didn't set a time.
Well, first qualifying session of the season, stirred up quite a lot there. As you can see, 400s between the top 3, a little over a tenth between the top 4, but down from there, it gets even closer to the gaps. But Drobble taking the first pole position of the season, and as you said, point for pole position as well, going AERT's way. And bit of a dark horse this season, it seems. ART getting the first pole. They've got their other driver in P4, I think it is. They could be challenging themselves for a double podium today as well with BRT.
Yeah, the thing about this though is that we changed it up a little bit this season, and where you can only race 6 times. So ART could field Drobble six times. He could win all 6 times, but that might not get them. Like, even though, you know, it can help and hinder. If you've got a deep squad, a deep team, I think you'll really do well this season. But if, let's say, you are like a 1-man team or a 2-man team, you might struggle come the end of the season when you've used all your good guys. So it really does, you know, do ART then like rest Drobble for the next 2 races, you know? It's interesting. It is interesting to see. So people can ready up in the next minute or so. There's no time limit. As if people haven't ready up straight away, so we should be good to go. I'm looking on Race Director, Corey. It looks like a lot of drivers are starting on the hards.
Yeah, not really a shock at all, really. The drivers going on the hards. We might see a few maybe go different on the mediums to maybe spice up their race a bit. Have absolutely nothing to lose if they're near the back, of course. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like TIR Ryan or anyone around there maybe try it for the mediums, try and gain a few places on the start. But that's for your top 3 prediction, Tom. Who do you think is going to get top 3 this season? I think we're in for a cracker.
So I'll give you a bit of an outsider, someone who's not in the top 10. That's going to be tough, actually. Now I've said that. Justin, we'll go Justin. We'll go Justin for the outsider. AMS Justin, yes. He's currently 12th. I think he might sneak onto the podium. There you go. We'll come back to that at the end. But to win the race, we're going to go Mr. Term. We're going to go AMS Term. Bit of a... I'm not going to say it would be a surprise if he won. Everyone knows he's a quick driver. But I don't believe he's won an AEC race in a long time. If he has at all. I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll go with Term to win. And my outsider will be AMS Justin.
Ooh, I'm going to go a bit different. I'm going to go Luca potentially for the win. I think Term's going to go and get P2, and I'm going to say Drobble will get a podium. I think Drobble will finish P3 in the end, but again, we're probably going to get proven wrong, and more than likely the first race of the season is going to be a chaotic one, and hopefully it's not just a DRS train all the way through.
So someone can ping them and let them know that we can ready up, because I'll leave that to someone else. I like reading the chat. Race director again. Let's just have a quick check. Oh, everyone is on hard.
Everyone's on hard.
Apart from Ryan. Ryan's going alt strat, lads.
Told you.
We're going alt strat here. If you turn line off, you may as well stick with it now. I don't know. What was pole? It was a 0.4, Reese. 26.4. 26.4. People aren't going to ready up without me asking them, are they? I'm going to have to go onto Discord. They need this, Oh, someone's done it. Brilliant. Whoever that was, congratulations. Well done. So there's no formation lap, remember, lads? So no formation lap. So, Corey, you just eyes in the skies, mate. There could be carnage anywhere. But, I will watch it on board with Mr... We'll probably watch it with Term, actually. Around Term, Ballas. We'll watch it with her. So here we go, lads. It is Tier 1, it is AEC, it's Round 1, it's Britain. It's Drobble on pole position. Here we go, then. This is the start of the season, before the new game. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone. We are waiting for players.
Let's have some fun.
We are waiting for players. And here we go, then. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're waiting... We are waiting, it looks like a rolling start. I've never seen that in my life. Was that a rolling start, or am I seeing things? I don't know about that one, but we're waiting racing anyway, and it looks like Term is going to launch up the inside on Mr. Ballas. He's got a good run on him here. Drobble is going to lead it. Mr. Ballas and Term going to go too wide. Term's going to go the long way round. Gets a bit of a squeezed off, and Term, it looks like he's going to have to hold it in P4. There's absolute carnage in behind. Term has got a good run here. What wings is he running? Because he is like a bloody aeroplane, he is. Mr. Term then down the inside, late on the brakes. Ballas contact. Ballas knocks him. Ballas spins. Oh dear, he made that's going to go to the stewards. I think that one is. Corey, what has happened?
Oh, as we've just seen, Ballas has spun a nightmare start for TIR Luca as well. He got tapped into turn 1 of the Red Bull drivers round, but his teammate, TIR Ryan, he's already up into P9 on the back of the grid on those on the mediums.
What a start. Yeah, that was a great spot. TIR Ryan. Justin up 6 as well on the outsider. Go on, son. But yeah, Ryan on these mediums going a bit too quick. Going a little bit too quick there. Lewis Skinner almost has got sent crashing into the barriers there. But Ryan, all over the back of him, wants another position, Corey. He wants it. And you know what? He's got it. He has got it. 12 positions gained for Ryan. And he's not even finished the lap here. He might be gunning for one more if he can get close enough. But Mr. Ballas down 16 positions after lap 1. Poor blimey.
A nightmare start for ETE's W Turn as well. He's lost 7 positions at the start. Not sure if he got caught in contact or anything, but he's now down to 13th place. He's a man who had a great Silverstone. I can't remember which tournament it was in. He's picked up a 3-second time penalty for good measure as well.
Just watching Ballas now. He's going to be gunning for these positions now. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose his head. Doesn't want to lose it. Oh, Jesus. Mr. Luca goes into the back of Lighty there. Lighty is not going to like that one. Mr. Ballas, they're going to go round the outside of Mr. TIR Luca, and bit of it's close. It's a bit close. This I don't like it. Mr. TIR, Luca and Ballas. Oh my god, they are going too wide again. Once again, round the outside, inside line for Ballas. They are putting on a bit of a show here. P18, P19, doesn't matter what position they are. It's good racing and Ballas gets the position finally.
Gaps are starting to open up a little bit now. Drummond's already pulled 1.3 seconds nearly to BRT Luca. He's used quite a bit of battery though already. Term's just about staying within DRS of Luca, but the battles at the lower echelons of the grid is still going on. Ryan's now closing into Justin. He's using those mediums to his full advantage. He's going to get P6 here, going down the hanger straight, goes to the right hand side. Justin doesn't look like he's going to fight it too hard, and heading towards Stone now. The Red Bull driver with the inside line has got his way up into P6.
What a start for Ryan this is. Look, I was in P20. I generally don't think it would matter if he was on mediums or not, to be honest. I think he's just escaped all the carnage. Absolutely fair play to him. We've got Bell and Mr. Michael Dale going side by side here. Oh my goodness me. Mr. Dale almost in Emmerdale though. He's gone that far off the track. Turner on the back of him now and can Turner get a move done. He's almost on the back of it. He's on his exhaust pipes, everyone. Turner is going to go. Oh, we've got a yellow flag and it's TIR Luca. As Mr. Not Stefan goes. Oh! Someone spun. No, they haven't. It's ghosted. Turner all over the place, confusing me, and he's just lost 4 positions.
Adam Nightmare for Tony. He's nearly had contact with the BRT of Ballas as well there. Turning now down to 16. I think Ballas is going to go for the move now, going into the infield. And he's going to send it down the inside of the Mercedes. Slight contact. Turn's going to try and go for the switchback. Going around the outside of Luffield. It's going to be a tough one if he's going to make this one work. But Ballas now up into 16th. As Lighty and Bottom, I think it is, they had contact going into turn 1.
It's all happening at the back of the field here. This is where all the action is at the moment. You've got drivers, Turner and Ballas, both down 13 and 11 positions, qualified at the top end, and it's all happening at the back. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these little battles as we go through Maggots and Beckett's. Turner and Ballas starting to catch up to the field that once passed them. At the top of the field though, Corey, 1.7, 1.6 seconds the gap now.
He is. Drummond is in a league of his own out in front, 1.7 seconds. He's got more battery than BRT Luca. As Drummond crosses the line now to start lap 4. Luca 1.7 seconds behind. Term just about holding within DRS. Eslar Ham has made his way up in the 4th now, fighting AMS Hearn for that podium position. The SR driver hoping to pick up first podium of the season, the first round of the season, as it looks like to calm down a little bit now.
Yeah, it's calmed down, but I'm just watching back here, Mr. Lighty and Luca having a bit of a ding-dong battle as Drobble, 2 seconds. Oh, TJ's gone, or he hasn't gone, he's lost the position. It looks like Mr. Jam's going to go the inside route. Mr. TJ Boss, it got a bit sticky there between him and Jam. I'll see myself out. So, Mr. TJ Boss down to P10, almost goes into the back of Jam. But does very well put the brakes on. Mr. Boton is into the pits. He's not having a great race out there. He is not enjoying it. Mr. Boton, he's not. Drobble over 2 seconds clear. That guy, he's clear.
He really is. Boton, after he had contact with Lighty, I think he picked up front wing damage, and the Haas driver now into the pit lane for a soft set of tyres. So maybe see him pit again. A few laps time, he's going to be hoping for a safety car this evening. But TJ Boss is all over the back of Jam. He had a mistake going into the loop. I think he had maybe had contact or got on the grass, went straight on. But Jam with the DRS off Lewis out in front of him should be able to hold off TJ Boss now, who's just behind it.
I mean, Loveland could be scouting TIR Ryan at this point, to be honest. The guy's up 14 positions, going to be trying to get in the top 5. His mediums, I'm not going to say they're going to start slowing him down right now, but probably in the next lap you'll start to notice the hard tyres of the drivers around him will start being a bit quicker. So, Term up in position. We've got Ham up 4 positions, Vinci up 4 as well. A lot of drivers gained a lot of positions here. Go on, Corey, what's happening?
Through turn 1, and Michael Dale going side by side through turn 1. Stefan sends it down the inside. Can he make it work? They're still going to go side by side. Heading towards the loop now. He's going to go for the good old switcheroo. He's going to make it work. Got a decent exit, but it looks like Dale's going to hold on now. Heading down the Wellington Straight with DRS now, with not Stefan in the Haas. Can he make this one work? As we head towards Brooklyn, he's going to have the inside line again. Is Stefan. Dale's going to try and hold it round the outside. Going towards Luffield with the inside line now. This is a great battle, maybe for 12th place, but they are giving us a right old show here in the commentary box and for you at home. And Dale holds on to that 12th place. A brilliant battle.
Everything is happening, everyone outside the top 10. So all the battling is going on and all the top 10 are just pulling clear. The closest battle in the top 10 is TJ Boss, who was on the back of Jam, and they're going through Maggie's records now. Maybe TJ Boss can get a bit of a run here on Jam, but maybe Jam's going to run on Lewis Skinner as Cam picks up a 3-second penalty there, going a bit wide for Maggie's Beckers, it looked like. And yeah, it's a bit of a train forming now, back up to the top of the field, 1.4 seconds. Luca has gained a little bit of time in the past lap on Drobble. Turn 1.2 seconds, trying to get in DRS range if he can do it. Mr. Hamno, currently P4 on the back of Term. It's all happening. What a race, lads.
Been a great race so far. As you can see at the top of your screen, BRT Luca, fastest lap of the race, means he's gaining on Drobble now. That fastest lap point going to BRT. One driver having a great race out in front of the other. Not so great after contact early on. Ballas now down in 17th. He's going to be fighting W. Turner in a few moments' time. Midzi has nearly lost DRS to Ham now, but has managed to hold on. Now he's got TIR Ryan, who of course he made a great start on those mediums, starting from the back of the grid, up into 6th now, and wants to make his way through the field. But of course those mediums are going to start to drop off now.
So Cam gaining on Stefan. It's not Stefan, it is Stefan. Is it Stefan? Because it said it's not Stefan. But anyway, Cam looking for a move on not Stefan. It might be Stefan. Goes to go round the outside as he be a bit of a switchback. Can't get it done. And Mr. Cam is going to stay in P14 on the run down to Cops now. Going to slipstream in all the way down, but not going to gain here. Mr. Lighty gets a penalty there. Company sat in P19. Another driver who's not having a great day out there at the moment. Mr. Boton sets the fastest lap. He's on the soft tyre. Maybe saving his hard or mediums for later in the race. If there is a safety car, he might need to put them on. But yes, Cam closing in. Has got a driver of Otto right behind him. No DRS wide open. Can he get a move done here?
Jack Stefan's going to go for the move then on Dale. Heading towards Stowe now. Down the inside on the Ferrari. And it looks like Stefan has got it done. He's up into 12. But Dale's going to try and fight this one back round the outside of Vale. Can he make this one work? No, he can't. Not Stefan has made his way up into 12 after that great battle we saw a lap ago. He has came out on top this time.
Mr. Michael Dale going a bit wide there. That's a track extension, if I've ever seen one there. Cam is on a bender. Michael Dale might be a dirty traffic standard, you know. Oh, yellow flag! And it's TIR Luca. Mr. Luca goes round there. I don't think he got any damage though. No, he's okay. No damage for him. But yes, look at the train forming here. From P12 down to P17. Ballas and Turner now both on the back of it. It's not going to help their recovery drive down the inside. Mr. Otto goes here on Cam. Cam needs to be careful. And Otto also needs to be careful as Turner is going to try. Go down the inside. There's a bit of a snap on Otto there. And who's that gone off wide? It's Mr. Michael Dale. Has a bit of a moment. Cam, the opportunist he is going to go around the outside and cut. Surely not. Surely not. He isn't. He's going to break early. Send him for a bit of a hot dog. And no, he can't get the switchback. Almost did it though.
And on the edge of the sleeve there, that was very, very close, heading towards Cox. But oh, and Otto's had contact with the back of Cam, going through Magus and Beckett. And now as we go on to the hangar straight now, as Dale got DRS, he doesn't. So he's going to use the remainder of that battery to stay ahead of Cam, as Jam has now made his way past Lewis in the IRT team. And it looks like Dale has held off Cam for a little while longer, but Otto is going to be all over the back of Cam, maybe going down the Wellington Straight, where they next have DRS, starting lap 8 of this race.
The battles at the back here is great, but Ham has started to close into the back of Term, so we might have to pop up to the top of the field. We've not popped up there since the start of the race, to be honest. Nothing happened. Well, something's going to happen here between Otto and Cam. Skinner's been passed by... Oh, Skinner's gone! Skinner's off! I don't know where he's off. He might be off to Scotland. Maybe a dangerous re-entry there between him and Stefan. Looked like he knocked him a little bit. There's a yellow flag as well. And it's Mr. Otto. He's gone. Bit of a dangerous re-entry possibly between Skinner there that I saw. And Cam has been passed. Cam is losing positions here. Corey, what has happened to him?
Yeah, he's just lost the position out to Ballas as well. He was very slow down the straight. He was a sitting duck compared to the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes Turner. And now Cam down to 16th place. I don't think he's got damage. But now it's dropping down even further out the points now as well with Otto.
So 8 laps we're in now, and Luca 2 seconds again on Mr. Luca. And the fuel warning light for the people in the chat who actually race in this game, does the fuel warning light there mean anything? Drobble has got it, Luca has not. Can anyone tell me if that means anything? I feel like he's on the fuel, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just...
yeah, he's underfueled. You can see ever so slightly on the top right of the dash, it says minus 0.4 for Jobber, so that means he's 0.4 under what he needs to get to the end of the race. But you can see with Luca, he's plus 1.5, so he's got 1.5 laps of extra fuel.
Do you know what, Corey, mate? That is a cracking spot, mate. That is a cracking spot. I always thought it was, but I got told it wasn't. But yeah, so Mr. Drobble has underfueled his car, everyone. 0.4. I mean, if there's a safety car, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but most tracks you can now underfuel. Right, so it doesn't mean anything. I was getting excited then, Ben, and you've ruined it. Thank you. Right, Turner on the back of Dale. Can he get a move done, Corey?
Oh, he's getting close. He's getting very, very close. Cam Turner down the inside, going into Brooklands now. This is the battle for 13th place, and ET driver of Turner through into 13th place now. But I don't think Michael Dale is going to let him have this one so easy, because they are going to get DRS again going down the hanger straight in a few corners time if he can hang on to the back of the ETE driver.
Okay, then. So we'll throw it back to you guys then. So apparently you can underfuel a lap, underfuel by a lap on Silverstone. So would you not say, with Luca, that's got 1.5 over laps, have they made an error at BRC? We'll leave that to you guys to discuss. We've got a driver retired, and it's Mr. Boton. He did not have a good race. He didn't. Luca just won board with him. He extended the track at Cops. He can't do that's it. We've got movement happening. Again. Dale, go on, Corey, take us through it.
He's going to go down the inside, going into Sturman. He's got that place back he lost from Turner a few corners ago. He's got a bit wide though out the exit. This might invite Turner to go back down the inside at the Vale chicane, but he does not. He waits behind now. But Ballas is now in contact with the back of Turner. So the BRT driver's race has gone from bad to worse.
I think he just he didn't brake. he just didn't brake there. Ballas, he just went straight into the back of him. Looked like a bit of a driver error, more than anything, to be honest with him. So yeah. Not great there with his teammate who's currently sat in P2. Not wonderful there. So Turner, though, once again, trying to get a move done on Dale. He did it on the last lap, but got overtaken again. So, round 3, can Turner, he's not closing. He is not closing in here, and he's going to have to stay behind him. So, back up to the top of the field, 2 seconds. Let's have a quick look at the old fuel. 0.4. It's coming down. It is. Just about. Nothing to worry about. I was getting excited. So battles on track. It looks like Cam, Corey.
He is closing up at the moment. Is Cam on to Otto now? This is battle for 15th place. But Turner's again all over the back of Dale, going through Cops. Forgot what the corner was called then for a minute. Through Maggots, Beckett's, and he's still all over the back of this ride. I think this battle's going to go all the way to the end of the race. ET driver Turner not having the greatest of races here. After having contact early on, and he should get this move done fairly early on with DRS pulls to the right hand side of the DSR driver and towards Stowe now, where Michael Dale got him on the previous lap. Turner retakes that position up into 13th place.
Back up to the top of the field, Turner has done very well holding his place in P3, you know. He's not been overtaken at all this race. Hamno and Midseat starting to close into the back of him here, and will have DRS as they come up to it now. So Turn, can he... Oh, so Luca's gone off! Luca has gone off at there, and oh my goodness me, that might leave Turn with DRS. He didn't get it, he did not get it, but Luca has a moment. Drobble now 4 seconds clear, Corey.
Yeah, if you're Drobble, you're not going to see that BRT driver in your mirrors anymore now. Nearly 4 seconds it is back to BRT Luca after he nearly dropped it going through the loop, and Terms nearly just dropped it out of left field. This might invite Ham now to maybe try and take that final podium position away from the AMS driver. He's going to use a bit of that extra ERS to turn as we go through Cops again. He's going to be within a second, well within a second, as they cross the DRS detection point about now, and he's going to get DRS in a few moments time. I think we might see Ham maybe take that 3rd place away from Term now, who's driven brilliantly so far.
This is good racing here, but Ham though, here he goes down the hanger straight. Can he get him? Turn moving to the left, trying to defend it, can't defend it because Ham has just got that little bit more speed on the straight with the DRS advantage that he has got. So Turn has been overtaken for the first time in the race, down to P4 he is now, still having a very good race. But Ham, for the SLR boys who did win this back in Season 3, Tier 1, they did win it in Season 3. Yeah, decent race there, but Turner and Dale battling again. Looks like Dale has got past Turner this time. Cool, blimey, what a race, lads.
A lot earlier on, he got Turner back as well, down the hanger straight again, up into 13th place. That battle's going to go on for a while. Round 5, it will probably be later on in this race, as Ham has now lost DRS to Luke. I'm pretty sure we did have it for a split moment, but still well within the DRS of Ham now. Midsy's still sitting at the back of this train. He's able to save his battery, so if anything happens ahead, Midsy is going to be well in this race after only having one run in qualifying. Qualified P9, so still a decent lap, but it's been a tough day for ETE so far, so Midsy's the only hope of big points coming today for ETE.
We're nearly halfway through the race here. Drivers, still no one is going to pit. You're going to be looking maybe at a couple of drivers. Whoa, Mr. Turn, that is a truck extension, sir. Just have a quick check of turn to get a bit of a warning there. Why not? Might come back to... He did. So doesn't need to worry about that. Maybe just a lack of concentration, maybe. So drivers now, DRS, Midsy has got it on Turn does not have it on Ham. This is interesting. Cam with another penalty. The chat are not going to enjoy that one. That's 6 seconds for the lad.
Oh, speaking of, I was about to mention Ryan. You were going to say his pace started dropping off, but no, he was kind of holding on to Midsy. Nearly got within DRS, but Ryan on those mediums had a fantastic first stint, making his way up into 6th place from the back of the grid, making I think 13 places nearly on the opening lap, and he's finally came in to get those fresh set of hard tyres on all the way to the end of the race.
So Midsy currently set in P5 Turn now back into the DRS range of Ham, and it looks like Ham has run out of DRS here, so he has a little bit. I wonder what happened to Luke today. Maybe just a bit of a lapse in concentration, but lost him a few seconds of time there, and now Not Stefan on the back of Lewis Skinner. So Not Stefan will have DRS here. Skinner will not, because he's over a second behind Mr. Bell. So here again, Mr. Not Stefan turns his ERS on, and it should be an easy overtake for him, and it is. He goes up the inside of Lewis Skinner. Skinner might try and hold it, but can't, and Not Stefan is up into the P10 now. So good race for him so far. He's up 8 positions, Not Stefan is.
A great race so far has Not Stefan taking the final points position at the moment on track, and is it going to stay that way in the end for QRT? It's kind of still holding within the DRS of Ham at the moment, but I think the closest battle on track might be TJ Boss. He's closing up to 7th place man SLR Jam at the moment. He's had a really poor Magnus Beckers in Chapel. As soon as I say that, he's disconnected.
Oh, TJ Boss has left the session. Yeah, I thought it was me again. No, it wasn't me this time, but TJ Boss has left it. Corey, he'll have to join off his mate, because I don't know his ID. Luke is in now, Corey. He is into the pit. Is that about... Oh, we've got a few pitters. We've got a lot of pitters, actually. Bell is in, Jam is in, Not Stefan is in, Dale is also in. So Luca going for a bit of an... Well, I say an undercut. Drobble's just going to come in this lap as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy job for Drobble. We just need to react to Luca on this lap, and he should have the position, still have 1st place on lockdown. Maybe half a second loss because of the medium delta compared to the hards. But nevertheless, Drobble has driven a brilliant race so far. Hopefully I haven't just jinxed him, but he's looking pretty commanding out in front.
So Drobble, yeah, he's just going to come in this lap, surely. He'll burn a bit of his ERS, so he doesn't get undercut a lot. We've got a bit of action going here, coming out the pits. It looks like Mr. Bell and Jam having a bit of a ding-dong out the pits, and Mr. Jam and Bell putting a bit of a show on for the fans here. So who is going to have the DRS out? It might be Mr. Bell. I think it is Bell, and it is. So Bell should be an easy overtake for him, really. DRS wide open for him. ERS on. Jam moves over to the left, moves over to the back, to the right. Mr. Bell should go up the inside of him. No, he's not. Oh, he forces him wide a little bit of Jam. He expected him to go up the inside, broke a bit late, and Bell might sneak up the inside, does sneak up the inside, needs to be careful. There's a bit of space there, not a lot. And Mr. Jam holds it. Good racing between them two. As TJ Boss has been passed by Skinner, it looks like. But he's not in the game, is he?
Oh, and Drobble hasn't reacted. So Drobble's, well, he hasn't reacted, but he's just gone and set the fastest lap of the race at 1:29.6, so he's clearly pushing out there. But now surely we're going to see him as SLR Ham and Mizzy comes in as Lewis picks up a 5-second time penalty for speed in the pit lane. That is really going to set him back later on in this race for IRT.
If Luca pushes a bit here, Luca genuinely might undercut Drobble. It was 4 seconds, right? We'll see. We'll see. I'll check sector times in a second, but Drobble is out there pushing, I think. A lot of penalties, Corey. Is that just me, or is there a lot of penalties that's coming then?
There is a lot of penalties, yeah. There was a few speed in the pit lane. Cam has now picked up 5 seconds. He's now up to 11 in total. Lewis we saw pick up one, I believe, IRT he drives for, and I think Luca as well has also picked one up for TIR.
So Ham almost. Well, I think Luca. I don't think he gained that much time on Ham, to be honest. I think Ham gained more time on Luca, to be honest. They both came out the pits, but yeah, maybe the overcut worked well there for Ham as he comes out behind Luca. He was about 1.5 seconds-ish behind Luca. So yeah, Ham there, the bit of the overcut might have helped him. He needs to get his tyres into a working window.
Sorry to interrupt, he's just sent it down the inside at Brooklands and towards Luffield now they go. Lewis is going to be on cold tyres, but Stefan obviously pissing the lap before. He's going to have the warmer tyres in the Haas. And can he make it work? We're going to go side by side, heading towards Cox. We'll see how this ends in real life. Can the Haas driver get it round the outside, or can the IRT driver get it with the inside line? They're still going to go side by side. A brilliant move round the outside for not Stefan. And can he hold it there as he goes through Magnus Beckett's channel? That's a brilliant move for not Stefan for QRT, up into 13th place.
That is sexy. That is sexy. Drobble is into the pits on his way out now. He's going to be fine. He is going to be absolutely fine. You know what? He might be more than 4 seconds ahead of Luca now. As Lighty gets another penalty. A lot of 5 seconds now here. Actually, no, it might not be 4 seconds. Luca might have gained a little bit here as Drobble comes out now. And the gap between Drobble and Luca is... It's 5 seconds. So Luca, 2 laps older tyres now, has lost time.
He really was pushing then from was Drobble on his 2 in laps. We saw him take the fastest lap on one of those laps as Mizzy's all over the back of turn now, who's on those fresh tyres. Turns
Oh!
Mizzy's out.
Oh,
and
no.
Safety car, virtual safety car.
Oh dear.
Full safety car now it's been turned into.
Oh dear.
And this invites Justin, TJ, and Justin, Turner, TJ, and Justin rather, back into this race now because they can now make their mandatory pit stop behind the safety car.
Oh my God. I don't even know who's to blame there, or I just saw a crash. Jesus. But yeah, Justin is in now. Do drivers think about softs? Skinner's just got a penalty on the safety car.
TJ's AI's not going to pit. Oh no.
Oh dear. That could be costly for AER. Oh my. Grumpy, you've got a driver in good position here, but Mr. TJ is probably not even going to get points, mate.
Whoa.
Get Drobble to invite him if you can, Grumpy. Sorry, Corey, go ahead, mate.
I was going to say, it is going to be an ART 1-2 at the moment, but probably not the way they want it. Of course, their driver in the lead at the moment, yet to pit because he's not even in the game.
Hang on. Just did it. Oh, we might need some VAR.
As Luca's letting go.
I think Luca, fair play to him. Fair play
He knows.
Oh, that was close.
Very, very close. Justin, that has really brought Justin into this race now for AMS. They've had one driver just had contact with Midzi, so that's dropped him down the order considerably. But the other driver is now in for the race victory.
What did I say at the start, Corey?
Oof. What did you say at the start?
I did.
There's been so much happening.
It's so much is happening. I said Justin was my outsider.
You did.
I did.
You did. He's well within this race now. But the issue is we've got an AI doing the restart.
Oh, sugar butties. Nah, he might pit.
Hopefully.
He should pit before. Oh, he's joined.
Hey, he's back in.
His teammate has invited him. Perfect. Oh dear. Oh well. He's in. He is in. He's in. So we've got a bit of a. I might. No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave Discord to Lee. As you know, I'll check it now. Just see if anything's been said.
Yeah. One person this isn't
yeah,
going to help.
We've had a few preferred, as it said.
Oh no.
Oh. That would have been funny if they got a penalty there. Turn got a 5 second for speeding. The amount of speeding penalties, Corey, is incredible.
Yeah, maybe they might have forgot it's a 37-mile-an-hour pit lane or not. But yeah, we've seen quite a lot of speeding penalties this evening. As Term is, as you just said, the latest victim of that now.
Well, Corey, the thing is, Term pitted then because he wanted to remove a 5-second penalty.
He just got it back.
And he just got it back. He just got it back. So he's going to have to pit again. Cam and Term switching position? Yeah, Term still. So, soft tyres
for the softs.
Yeah, interesting.
They should get to the end of the race. We've seen Bowser's go for the softs as well. Of course, they've got nothing to lose now down at the back of the field. We'll see what progression they can make. With, I think there'll be around 7-8 laps to go when the safety car comes. It might be end of this. That depends if Luca does catch up to the safety car queue or not. But it will be TJ Boss to get it back underway when we do, if of course he does stay out. But he might have to play the ultimate team game here.
This ruined Ryan.
I said that just before. Like that is going to ruin Ryan for the safety car because of course he's got everyone around him on quicker mediums now.
He couldn't go back onto mediums. Yeah, interesting. So, I bet ART, you know, oh, you've got a 1-2, lads, you have, but TJ Boss might not get points, lads. He genuinely might not get points. I join them, one of our drivers gets punted across the circuit. I mean, I saw a big crash. I don't know what damage Term picked up from that, to be honest. I'm surprised it wasn't a double DNF. If I'm being honest. I'm surprised.
I think he lost half of his front wing. I think I saw the front wing get changed at the first pit stop. And yeah, as you can see, Mizzy's out with that incident. But yeah, it was a very bizarre incident. Obviously, we'll see what the stewards think about that after the race.
TJ's coming in, Corey. Sorry, mate. TJ is in.
Yeah. But will he be coming in for the softs though? Obviously, this has really put him out of the race now. But of course, I believe he has kept it penalty free. So with all the penalties that's happening ahead of him, TJ might be able to maybe pick up a P10 if something does happen ahead of him.
Let's see how it goes. But right now, Drobble, he is leading the safety car restart. Justin, now a lap newer tyres sat behind him. Justin's not raced on them mediums yet. Drobble did. Did he do a couple of laps? Yeah, it was about a lap and a half Drobble did racing on them. So Justin really does have the advantage here on the newer tyres. On the pace advantage, though, you'd probably say Drobble because he did get pole position. This could be a good ending here. We're going to have about 6-7 laps of racing. Looking at it now, you might see SLR could be leading the championship after this.
It could be. I'm going to remain neutral for the evening. I'll make that very, very clear. But yeah, hopefully the two SLR drivers can maybe pick up a few points. Maybe a podium this evening. We'll see if the drama kicks off out in front. It has done so far for the remaining race, apart from the spin at the back. I was going to mention as well, obviously, we've got the new rule for this season with drivers only allowed to race 6 races. When you have like key drivers for ET like Midzi having that DNF, that is a really big setback, especially for the other races, because it still does count as a race completed for him.
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, once your lineup is submitted and you were on the track, that is your race. Even if like you lagged out and you couldn't get back in, that would still count as your race. So yeah, safety car should come in. We were actually leading the team standings before the incident. Yeah, I think you were. Because Term was right up there. Yeah, it'll be sent into the stewards' party. We'll have a look at it. Safety car is in though. Safety car is in. So we're going to have 7 laps of racing here. Drobble is going to lead us on the restart. Justin is going to be right behind him. Luca, P3. If you look at it though, you've got Drobble leading his teammate 17th. Justin, P2, his teammate 18th. Luca. So it's really split. And then the top 3 are, then you've got SLR, 4 and 6. That's why I genuinely think SLR is a good position here. So here we go then, Corey. Let's have a clean restart, I hope. I really hope so.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Here we go then. Drobble's led every single lap of the race so far, and he's going to lead us away from this safety car restart.
So Drobble on his way to the line now. It looks like Justin, he hasn't been caught napping, but Luca has a little bit, 7-8 tenths behind him. It's looking like a pretty clean restart from what I can see. Mr. Ballard is on the soft tyre, I'm going to have to keep an eye on him because Mr. Ballas lagging a little bit on my screen there. Mr. Skinner might need to prep himself for a dive bomb here. Prep yourself, Skinner. Prep yourself, son. I hope you prep yourself because Ballas did go for a bit of a dive bomb. Skinner's now got the inside line. Ballas going to go round the outside. Should hold it. Ballas with these softer tyres. A bit more grip. Goes round the outside of Skinner and he holds it round the outside of Lewis Skinner. Good move there from Mr. Ballas.
He's using the advantages of the soft tyres early on. Lucas picked up a penalty for BRT, especially with that safety car punch in the back. That might really set that BRT. It's been a really tough race for them so far. With Ballas now really far down the order, that's going to put back Luca now and maybe help the teams that are around them at the moment.
So SLR, yeah, as I said, he could be leading, gently could be from the end of this race. Ryan now starting to struggle already on these hard tyres. You expect Jam to catch up to him, then he'll be back on Ham. But yeah, Ballas on these soft tyres, definitely a driver to keep an eye on. He might feel a pinch coming into the race. Mr. Cam, another penalty. I think he's racked up a few now, and yeah, he's on 12 seconds of penalties now, Cam is. He might be quick, but he's not keeping it within the white lines, which is unfortunate because he might not get the points now.
Yeah, he picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding earlier as well, so he got that removed, but he's still got 12 seconds, as you said, added on. It looks like Ballas's going for a move potentially. He's closed up to Otto, but he did back out of it very smartly. He's going to be waiting. Still a few penalties to Ballas's name. That's going to drop him down the order as well, but we're starting lap 21 and 26 now. Joggle has now pulled to DRS to AMS Justin, who's in P2.
Yeah, even though Justin has a lap newer tyres, I think Drobble, it might just be one of his favourite tracks, to be honest. He's doing very well. Ballas has gone for it on Otto and he's going to go round the outside again. He went round the outside of Lewis Skinner. He's going to try and go round the outside of Mr. Otto. Can't quite get it done here though, but maybe slipstreaming. On his way he goes now. Otto moves into the middle, tries to defend it. Ballas is going to send it here. In his yellow flag, and it's Lighty. The Lighty has a bit of a spin there. Ballas looking to go round the outside, but cannot hold it round there. Back up to the middle of the field, and we've got Turner on the back of Bell, but yeah, clean restart on a whole.
Oh, Lewis Skinner's had a great run out of Woodcock now, heading towards Cox. He's going to try and go all the way around the outside of Balsas. He's going to hold behind for a little longer. Balsas going to hold the position though as they head towards Maggots to Beckett's now. The Alfa Romeo driver for BRT has managed to hold on to that 12th place for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Ballas will feel a pinch come the end of this race, maybe the last 2 laps. Yeah, he might have a lot of medium runners sat behind him, chasing him down. But yeah, for now, he's one of the quickest drivers on the circuit. But yeah, Drobble just about keeping him at bay. Justin has burned all his ERS, so has Drobble in fairness. Luca as well, DRS is now enabled, but Justin, he's not close enough. He's just over a second, but he's gaining on him. Can he get into the second range here? It's going to be nip and tuck. He's going to be in and out of the second like a biscuit and a cup of tea. So Justin, will he have it? I don't think he will. And no, he does not have it.
He does not. One man who's done a brilliant job so far at the restart to hold everyone behind him is TR Ryan on those hards. Of course, everyone behind him apart from Bowers, of course, on the medium tyre. As Lighty picks up a 5-second time penalty. He's retiring in the pits. He's had enough for this evening. Yeah, Ryan holding on to 5th at the moment. He's got Jam now behind him with DRS. He's got a whole train of cars behind him with DRS. And if Ryan can hold on for maybe even 6th or 7th by the end of this race, I think TIR will be happy with their man.
So we had another retirement there. Mr. Lighty has called it a day. Not another driver who's not had a great race, to be honest with you. No incidents really involving him. Just didn't work. Just didn't fit the track. So Jam on the back of Ryan. Ryan has really dropped off now of Ham, and you'd expect we've got a yellow flag and that's Lighty coming out. TJ Boss with a penalty. He had a bit of a problem with a connection issue, but is this where Jam finds himself into the top 5, and then you'll have 2 SLR drivers in the top 5, and Jam is gaining. He is gaining on Ryan here. Ryan is a bit of a sitting duck here, and you know what? Jam goes up the inside of him, and now his teammate, you can see his teammate in the distance there. Ryan might fight back at him, trying to go down the inside. Surely he doesn't, and no, he does not. Lighty's left this session.
Yeah, that's Lighty's days fully over now. He has had a very tough race. You can see it out of the race as we've just seen Jam, as you said, go up into 5th place. It's now SLR 4th and 5th. They might be able to get a podium this evening. Lucas' penalty does stand. Not Steph has now picked up a penalty. He's added to the long list of drivers with a penalty this evening. But Drobble still out in front by 1.4 seconds. Luca, though, however, is still around half a second away from Justin. So the battle for P2 on track anyway is still well and truly on.
Yeah, SLR could get Luke, both the drivers SLR could get Luca here. It's about 3.5 seconds Jam is behind Luca, so he might be able to get it if, if Luke had dropped out of DRS or something like that. But yeah, I'm just watching Bell here on the back of Ryan, which you'd expect should be an overtake that he could get here because Ryan is on them hard tyres. He started on the mediums, went onto the hards in the safety car. Obviously didn't have another set of mediums. You can't go back onto them. So yeah, Ryan, bit of a stuck in the mud there. A bit of an extension there from Jam. Looked like he might have got a warning, but TIR Luca doesn't get a warning. But he does get a warning, but he also gets a penalty. So on now we got Jam. He's got Mr. Ryan behind him, but surely Ryan isn't close enough here, and he is not. Few laps to go, Corey. This is open in the midfield, but you'd expect Drobble to bring it home here.
Yeah, Drobble's had a brilliant race so far. As I said earlier, he's led every single lap of this race so far. Brilliant lap to take pole position earlier on. Who has the fastest lap? Drobble has the fastest lap as well. So at the moment, it's going to be a grand slam for the AERT driver if he can hold on to this all the way to the end now. He's going to have 3 laps to go to bring it home. Turner has a huge slide out the final corner. He was all over the back of Bell, and now he's going to be under pressure from not Stefan now.
Yeah, TIR Luca is dropping a few positions here. TJ Boss, a bit of battle for the wooden spoon happening at the back of the field here, but we're going to go back up to Otto and Dale as Mr. Not Stefan. Yeah, Turner had a big old snap there. And talking the snaps, Ryan does, and Bell goes right into the back of him, and Bell gets past him. That might be a bit of a push to pass. I don't really know if there was contact made, but Turner's going to benefit from it as well. So Turner goes past Ryan as well. Might be a bit of a contact, and then Ryan going to go for a switchback. Is he going to try it? He's going to try it, go around the outside of him. Luca gaining on Justin here. Justin has been dropped by Drobble, and Drobble is on a lap of the tyres as well. We've got 2.5 laps of racing here. Drobble looks like he is in great contention to bring home the win here. He's had multiple wins in AEC. He's going to add another one to his list. This is good racing from Mr. Drobble.
Battle for P2 on track. Still on though, between Luca and Justin. Justin's done a brilliant job. The safety car, of course, helping him back up the order. Able to give him the free stop, but Lucas should be able to take this P2 on track. Maybe he's going to go down the outside, and he make it work going into Stowe. He's going to be able to hold it, the BRT driver against the AMS. They're still going to go side by side towards Stowe and towards the final chicane of Vale we go now. AMS Justin just ahead, but Luca with the inside line. Justin now with the inside. There's no Hamilton there, so he won't go through, but Justin, he's able to hold on to that P2, but Luca maybe thinking about heading towards turn 1 now, towards Abbey. Can Luca make it work? Justin is going to back out, and Luca now up into P2. This is inviting the 2 SLR drivers into the occasion now.
This is helping Drobble clear off here. Drobble has gone 2.5 seconds now. Drobble could get a 3-second penalty and still win this race, to be honest. It'll be very close, but he probably could still do it. So, Justin, my little tip at the start of the race was Mr. AMS Justin. You know what? He's probably going to get a P2, maybe a podium, but good race for Justin. He did qualify in P12. Let's just have a quick check on where did everyone qualify. Ryan up 12 positions. You've got Justin up 9. So a lot of drivers getting a lot of positions there. Poor blimey, we've got a lap and a half to go. It looks like Drobble has got this in the bag here, but the midfield, I couldn't tell you who's going to get what. Dale has a bit of a moment, lets his teammate go. I don't know if that's tactical or whatnot, but Dale did have a big snap there.
Yeah, he's just lost out as his teammate, so it's not really the end of the world. As Bell now picks up a penalty as well, so those drivers around the 2 GSR drivers, they're going to gain a load from the penalties that are around them and above them. That's going to give them some extra points at the start of this championship, of course, is going to be crucial.
The DRS open for these drivers now. Turner is gaining on Bell. He's gaining. Bell goes defensive very early, comes back onto the racing line. That might be a little bit of movement on the brake, and I'm not really sure about that one. But Turner now and Bell going side by side here through the Vale chicane. Can Turner hold it round the outside? Will have the inside line now and goes a bit deep, and Bell might have a run on him. Bell run the final lap now of the race. Drobble looks like he has got this in the bag. It really does. He's had a great race. Great pace. He has the fastest lap as well, I believe. So yeah, it's good racing for Mr. Drobble. But cool blimey, I don't know what's going to happen in his final lap.
The battle for P2 is well on in the final lap at the moment. P2 on track, of course, with Luca, with that 3-second penalty. But yeah, Drobble's been leading his own today. Not even a safety car could stop him from winning this race. And he's going to win this race by nearly 3 seconds. He's got a car round at the back. I think that's Turner, whose race goes from even bad to worse after contact with Midzi. It looks like Dale's now got back past Balaz now. He's now up in the 12th place and he's going to gain some big points with the penalties ahead of him.
Yeah, Balaz's tyres are dead. His tyres. He'd probably lose a position to TJ Boss as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Come the end of the race here, but we've got half a lap to go here. Drobble has just got a few corners to go. Justin is gaining on Luca into P2. We will have it anyway. He doesn't really need to go for it. Just be careful, to be honest. don't cause any incidents or whatnot to bring the car home. But yeah, come to the final lap here. What a race we've had. We've had a safety car, we've had a few incidents. TJ Boss and Ballas going side by side through Muggins and Beckett. Where's he gone? Where? Ballas, mate. Can't part there, sir. Anyway, Mr. Drobble looks like he's going to be bringing it home here. Ballas is not a good race. I'm going to be honest with you. He's retired on track as well. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Anyway, Drobble on his way to the line. Mr. Lewis Skinner gets What's happened, Corey?
There's been contact with Lewis Skinner near the back. I think it was a TI Luca. I may be wrong. Apologies if I am. But yeah, Lewis Skinner round, and that's quite a few positions lost for him. But yeah, brilliant drive from Drobble in the end, leading every single lap for the ART team. And some big points coming their way with Justin finishing P2, a great recovery. Ham gets the final podium position. Luca drops down to 4th with his penalty, and Jam finishing the top 5.
Oh, it all happened on the last lap there. We had a retirement on track. We had spins and oh my goodness me. It doesn't, Kieran. It doesn't. If you're not at the top, you're going to be involved in all sorts. But yeah, I believe SLR will be top of the standings after that race, provisionally and all that. So yeah, let's see how it plays out in the stewards room. We might have a few clips, to be honest. We only had 3 in Tier 2 yesterday. I feel like we might surpass that and probably get near 10. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, let's see the classifications here. It's been a good race, and Drobble there, Grand Slam, wins the race, fastest lap. We call that an NRX Rusty, is what we call that there. Just in my little tip outsider, Ryan deserves driver today, to be honest. Qualified P20, yeah, gets P6. Not bad to him. Ham and Justin, yeah, getting the podium. Luca P4. A bit of a mixed up grid, really, if you want to say so myself. You got P2, yeah. Good racing, though. Very, very good racing in parts. There was a couple of collisions. Yes. Oh, blimey. Corey, any final words, mate?
Again, a brilliant race it was this evening, with Drobble being the force out in front, showing what he can do for the AERT team, and a wonderful scene back again next week. Justin, great race from 12th. He finished runner-up. Of course, TR Ryan, he started on the mediums, getting 13 positions at the start and finishing P6 with a brilliant drive. It would be some good points to the TIR team. I believe we had maybe 8, I think it's 8 different teams or 7 different teams in the top 10.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, good racing, lads. Really good racing, and we'll be back to, well, Mr. Loveland and Joseph, I believe, if they're both well enough to do it, will be here for TRS. I'll be at placement. I won't be here. So yeah, that is the end of the stream, lads. I am gonna go and dip now, watch some TV. Might see what my niece has got on. She might have Pingu on or something like that. But yeah. That is the end of the stream, lads. We'll catch you next week. Well, tomorrow, next week for Tier 2 and Tier 1. And that is it. Any final words, Gordon?
No, again, big thank you for having me tonight. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully I get to be with you alongside again maybe in the future.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Pingu Day. I knew you'd love that. Right. I will catch you, lads, later. Corey, thank you for popping in, mate. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.